are Nightwing. Let me hear it, people. We are Nightwing. We are Nightwing. We are. Okay, everybody good? Everybody chanting? Everybody keeping the chant going? Even though I have stopped doing the chant. We are Nightwing. Let's go. You know what? You know what chanting means? Chanting means death. Think about it. Look, I went to a Wu-Tang Clan show in Chicago like a couple years ago, and like 80% of a Wu-Tang Clan show is chanting, and I swear to God, half the crowd was murdered. Think about that movie, We Are Marshall. I've never seen it, but I'm fairly certain everyone that movie's based on died, as well as the cast and crew, all the actors, everybody's fucking dead. Oh God, terrible. So let's look at this cover. We are Nightwing here. We got the real Nightwing, Rick, being strangled by Dick. Possibly. No, it's a cop pretending to be him. And then we got this guy. He doesn't really have a weapon. Oh, this guy, he's got a gun because he's a cop. This guy, he's using his shine as a weapon. She's using her ovaries as a weapon. Rick Grayson, he doesn't need a weapon. But I feel like since his name is Rick, he probably has at least like 3 or 4 switchblades on him. Like 1950s switchblades on him at any time. And then we got this guy who has a fucking axe. And I don't know what it is. But like a gun, I get it. I understand a person having a gun and using it for criminal mischief. Just a little bit of criminal mischief. But this guy coming in hot with an axe? Whoa, Jesus Christ. Shoot me all you want. Don't cut me into little pieces. Well, you can't cut people into little pieces with an axe. I mean, you probably could if you have the belief and the perseverance, but like, I feel like if you use an axe, you're going for chunks. But Jesus Christ, like, holy shit, dude, calm down. I mean, he's a firefighter, but I feel like bringing an axe into the situation just puts things up a notch. Like, god damn. So, Nightwing, he's not Nightwing anymore. Nightwing anymore. He's Rick. It's a strong, thick, wide man's name. And so this cop, he found, Jesus, I'm like so scatterbrained right now. I lost $30 on the Bulls. Jesus Christ. Oh God. All I asked for is for a professional basketball player to get over 2.5 assists. Like a whole fucking game and you got 1 assist. Whatever. So Dick, he gets amnesia, which is not real at all. It's just a good way to hit the restart button on your life. You know, several ties. He burns down his hideout. But unfortunately for him, but unfortunately for these various law enforcement types, he neglected to break the Jensen's glass tube that he stores all his costumes in. I mean, the family Jensen's been making glass tubes for Gotham and Bloodhaven for centuries, but the business didn't really pick up until Bruce Wayne came back. I wonder, is nobody's putting that shit together? But you can't fucking bust those things open with fire. So they found these, blah blah blah. Here we go. I mean, this straight up just looks like a black dude, but it's Rick. It's Rick here. He's in Bloodhaven. His black cabbie guy, because he's a cabbie now. That's the way he, you know. I feel like that's a terrible profession to go into, just because like in a year they're not gonna be real anymore. So this guy, he's trying to break up some gang stuff. His best black old cabbie friend has been kidnapped by gang stuff. So here they are meeting past crossing. So he just comes up, he says, you gotta clear the area. He's got his handcuffs, he's got his knee pads. And he, you know what? From the outside, pretty nice looking suit. Don't be a smartass. You're obstructing a criminal investigation. I mean, I see the gun, I see the badge, but I feel like this sort of negates both of those things. And he's like, yo, did I look this cool when I was running? I mean, yeah, if I told you that Dick Grayson became a cop and I was like, this is him, you'd be like, oh yeah, obviously. So, you know what? Rick, he's got to get over himself. He's like, I'm looking for my old black cabbie friend, which is like a top tier type of friend to have, because they got the wisdom of the streets. They have a profession that's not going to exist, and it's like he has all this specialty knowledge, and he's old and black. It's just something about old black people is like the right kind of friend to have. So he's like, oh, so you're just trying to play dress up here? No, I don't know what you're. Come on, man, you got to work on it when somebody comes at you. But, you know, this should have raised some red flags, because he's like, how do you know I'm not just regular Nightwing? Maybe regular Nightwing, he's been gone because he enrolled in the police academy, but it's a good look, and he can't give it up. I mean, the police officer's uniform doesn't cut such a good figure as a skin-tight suit with knee pads. So this should have been raising some blue flags, am I right? So he tells him, he's like, look, I admire you because you're trying to help out your friend, but get the fuck out of here, because I'm like, this is a new gig for me. I don't need another set of eyes. I'm very self-conscious about how things are going right now. So Rick is like, you know what, I kind of want to save my friend, so this is what the cop does. He handcuffs him to a cab, might be old black cabbie's friend. His name is Burl, which that's like an old-timey name. Like, I feel like there's a cutoff on the name Burl. Like, black dudes born before 1965, they are allowed to be named Burl. Post-1965, nope. That name is just like flittering in the wind. It's like, no, Burl sounds like someone vomiting. My main issue with this right here is the cop handcuffs him to a cab door in a crime-infested neighborhood, crime-ridden. I think I skipped it, but oh yeah, there are like 4 gangs. 4 gangs. Bloodhaven is basically just one giant gangland. So handcuffing anyone to anything seems kind of like you want them to get murdered. But then I was thinking about this, is what if some straggler comes out of the alleys and then hotwires the cab and then just starts driving it while Rick here is reduced to fucking stumps, or he's just eroded to death. Eroded to death. I'm questioning this cop right now. Like, I was gonna skip this, but I was like, you could just straight up die. You could just fucking die from someone, even just going the speed limit, which, wouldn't that be a terrible way to die? It's like, at least speed, at least get this over with, at least, you know, break a couple laws. I mean, driving with a person on the outside of your vehicle is probably breaking a law, but I don't know. It's just like, yeah, cop, you could have done better on this one. And then I was gonna skip this page because all he does is unhandcuff himself. Then he looks up where the cop is, and he's like, you know what? He made it up there pretty quick. He doesn't need my help. He doesn't need a sidekick. Robin is a sidekick. Nightwing is not. Except for when, you know, Batman shows up. But even then, closer. I almost said equals, but we know that's a lie. But I'm going to show this because I hate the way that this is displayed. He's like, ugh, but I don't have much choice either way now. And then click, clack, click. Huh, cool. Guess Dick Grayson was something of an escape artist. I want to know what happened. What did you do here? You got one? Look at this. He undid one thing. Do you got bobby pins somewhere? Do you have a lock-picking kit? Did you, like, stick your dick into something? It just seems real lazy. I would have liked to have done it, but I guess it's supposed to be, you know, like, oh, he just did it. He doesn't even know how he did it himself, but he's looking at it. Give me some play-by-play. Come on. And look at this face. Guess Dick Grayson was a little bit of a scout. Yeah, come on, man. It's a little lazy. So the cop, he goes in, or he goes on top. He's looking through a skylight. He sees gangsters just counting money, because that's what they do. And then he jumps through, and he makes this guy shout in logo, which is very tough. Very hard to do, to make someone shout in logo, but he did it, because he was so unexpected. But as you can see, he didn't land too great, because it's like his first day on the job. But, I mean, if I find a costume, I'm going to be working on my landings, like, for probably a solid 3 months, and then I'm going to, like, just not fight crime. Because I'm going to be like, I'm really good at landing. I could be a stunt person. I could forget all this shit. But the gangsters, he's just like, seriously? You've been gone for 4 months and you pick tonight to make your freaking comeback? Burl right here, he's telling him to get up. See that? Like, it's so inspirational. Like, if this was just a white lady, I'd be like, oh, I don't even feel like getting up. Because I don't want to listen to you, old white lady. But this guy, he tells me to get up. I'm fucking doing it. I'm getting up, dog. He says, he ain't ever getting up again. But I forgot to mention, the reason why they kidnapped this guy is because they're going to take his cab to a chop shop and then also harvest his organs, which is, I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of gangs diversifying their portfolios as far as what kind of crimes they're gonna do. I mean, obviously you're gonna steal cars, but you can also steal people. Because look, cars have VIN numbers, people do not. So just keep that in mind if you're in a gang. And then I'll skip this page, but Rick, he shows up just through the door, which is like, hey man, come on. Giving fake Nightwing a chance to throw some projectiles, but he hits the guy in like the armpit, but he was aiming for his hand, but you know, it's fine. And then eventually he's like, you know what, I know what's going to solve this, guns, obviously. So he gets his, I believe it's a Tech 9, he just starts fucking blasting everywhere. Giving Rick to help his old cabbie friend, just full of wisdom, who wants to fight. Which shows, you know, old black people have the most wisdom, but they also have the most fight. Whether it's, you know, worth it or not. Nightwing definitely doesn't need their help. Also, can I just point out this fucking advertisement? Oh my god. Okay, Uncle Sam here, alright. I'm kind of down with that. Let's see. Freedom Fighters, okay. Kind of a generic name, but what's that about? On Earth X, the Nazis won World War. I'm so sick of fucking hearing about Nazis. Like, honestly. Can we talk about the Mongolians? Can we talk about anyone else in the fucking world who's done... There's been like 18 million... Can we talk about the Armenian genocide, or is that still off the table? I don't even know anything about the Armenian genocide because we're always talking about fucking Nazis. I know other people have done terrible things. Tell them to me. Because I'm not going to seek out the information, but I'm not going to seek this shit out. So, we see that our cop Nightwing, he's getting into the spirit of it. He says you have the right to keep your mouth shut, which, you know, Nightwing, he's coming out with the smart ass lines. And the right to keep most of your teeth in your head. And this woman's like, most? Yeah, I mean, you're a gang member. I gotta assume, are gang members not wearing mouth guards? Because I feel like if I'm in that profession, I'm gonna want to protect my teeth. Protect my teeth, Jesus. But, you know, I'm going to rock a top mouthpiece, and I'm going to rock a bottom. It bothers me that NBA players, they only will wear the top one. Why are the bottom row of teeth not a priority when it comes to protecting them? So, our boy Burl here, he ends up in the hospital because, you know, it's an age thing, yeah. If you're, like, 60 plus and some shit happens to you, you gotta go to the hospital. It's just a real thing, but, you know, it's just a friend thing. But he's like, you know, Nightwing, he's a pro. You could have gotten hurt. I think that guy's a real deal. I heard Nightwing was young and much hotter. I don't know. That's a little... You got a crush on the guy? No. It's... Thank you, Nightwing. Whoever you are. So, I'll skip these pages, but a guy who's a regular at the bar that Rick hangs out at, he falls off the wagon with the alcoholism. It comes back up at the end, but you know what? For the time being, we're going to skip it. And then Nightwing goes in, he starts chatting up a girl. And then we see this guy here, who is the black Nightwing on that. Well, I mean, yeah, there's no that about it. He is black. Nightwing, who's hearing about what his friend, what's his friend's name? Yeah. Alphonse Sapiens. He actually did it, you crazy bastard. And then someone's at the door bonking, which makes me think he's knocking with his forehead. He comes in, he opens it, and he's really been fucked up. And he's like, gotta get to the hospital. No doctors. But you're a mess. Wouldn't it have been if you'd all decided to join me? So, you know what? If somebody shows up and they show me a suit, it's in my size, they tell me they're gonna fight crime, I'm gonna do it. What else am I doing? Nothing like that. Even if I do it once, even if I just put on the suit, that's a top tier memory to have. But I do want to bring this up, like, having a ton of Nightwings could either be like a real problem, or it could be like really great strategy, because it's like if you got a bunch of Nightwings everywhere, they're like ubiquitous. It's just like maybe that will be a crime deterrent. But I feel like, yeah, if one of you is black, one of you is white, cat's out of the bag that there are tons of Nightwings get around here. Rick, he has a burrito with a lady who, you know, buys it for him because he's broke as shit. And he's like, so Burl is going to be okay. Had a burrito with a beautiful woman, and some cop was nice enough to take the weight of that whole Nightwing thing off my shoulders. I gotta tell you, then on the next page, what is there not to love about life right now? And then we cut back to the Alky who's at an AA meeting, something, something, something. And then we finally get a really good image of the villain, because there hasn't really been a whole villain. It's just been this whole, like Rick has been the villain. Because everyone's like, why aren't you Dick? I don't want Rick, I want Dick. But I'm going to tell you, I almost ended it there because I felt like that was a great line. But I do want to say, I'm definitely going to be finishing this arc. God, I feel like, come on, man, your homie shows up with a fucking axe. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Shurikens would be less of a problem. But I'm definitely going to be finishing this arc, maybe more, because I'm digging this.